The cat that walked by himself. Hear and attend and listen, for this befell and be happened. When the tame ones, the dog, the horse, the pig, the sheep, and the cow were wild, but the wildest of all was the cat. Of course, the man was wild too. Then he met the woman. She picked out a nice dry cave, lit a nice fire, and roasted wild sheep on the hot stones and ate it. Then he went to sleep in the front of the fire, ever so happy. But the woman sat up, combing her hair. She threw more wood on the fire and made the first singing magic in the world. Out in the wet wild woods, all the wild animals gathered together and wondered what it meant. Wild Dog lifted up his wild nose and smelled meat and said,
I will go up and look, for I say it smells different. Cat, come with me.
Nanny, I am the cat who walks by himself, and all places are alike to me. I will not come.
So he went and hid himself where he could hear everything. The woman saw the dog sniffing, laughed, and said,
Here comes the first. Oh, wild one, what do you want?
O my enemies and wife of enemy, what is this that smells so good?
The woman picked up a roasted mutton bone and threw it to the wild dog.
Taste and try.
Wild Dog gnawed the bone.
Oh, wild thing, help my man to hunt through the day and guard this cave at night, and I will give you as many roast bones as you need.
O my friend and wife of my friend, I promise.
When the man waked up, he said,
What is Wild Dog doing here?
His name is not Wild Dog anymore, but the first friend. He will be our friend for always. Take him with you for hunting.
Next night, the woman cut armfuls of fresh grass from the meadows and dried it before the fire. She made the second singing magic. Out in the wild woods, the wild horse stamped with his foot and said,
I will go and see why Wild Dog has not returned.
But he followed Wild Horse and hid himself where he could hear everything. The woman heard the wild horse, laughed and said,
Here comes the second. Oh, wild thing, what do you want?
O my enemy and wife of my enemy, where is Wild Dog?
You did not come here for wild dog, but for this good grass.
That is true. Give it to me.
Bend your wild head and wear what I give you, and you shall eat the wonderful grass 3 times a day.
O my mistress and wife of my master, I will be your servant for the sake of the wonderful grass.
When the man returned, he said,
What is Wild Horse doing here?
His name is not Wild Horse anymore, but the first servant, because he will carry us from place to place, right on his back when you go hunting.
Next day, Wild Cow came up to the cave, and the cat followed and hid like before. When Wild Cow promised to give her milk to the woman every day in exchange for the wonderful grass, the cat went back. And when the man returned and asked about the cow, the woman said,
Her name is not Wild Cow anymore, but the giver of good food. She will give us warm milk, and I will take care of her.
Next day, the cat walked to the cave by himself, and he saw the women milking the cow, and he saw the light of the fire in the cave.
Oh, my enemy and wife of my enemy, where did Wild Cow go?
The women laughed and said,
Wild cat, go back to the woods again, for we don't need either friends or servants in our cave.
I am neither a friend nor a servant. I am the cat who walks by himself, and I wish to be in your cave.
Go away and walk by yourself.
Must I never come into the cave? You are very wise and beautiful. Don't be cruel to a cat.
I knew I was wise. But I did not know I was beautiful. I will make a bargain with you. If ever I say one word in your praise, you may come into the cave.
And if you say 2 words in my praise,
Then you may sit by the fire in the cave.
and if you say 3 words,
You may drink the warm milk 3 times a day for always.
Cat then disappeared for a long time. A bat would tell the cat the news of what was happening in the woman's life. One evening, the bat said,
There is a baby in the cave, and the woman is very fond of him.
but what is the baby fond of?
He is fond of things that are soft and tickle. He is fond of being played with.
Next night, he waited till man, dog, and horse went hunting. The baby cried and cried. Then the cat put out his paddy paw and tickled it with his tail, and the baby laughed. Then the bat said to the women,
This is beautiful to see, wild one playing with your baby.
A blessing on that wild thing.
And lo and behold, the cat was sitting quite comfy inside the cave.
You have spoken a word in my praise, and now I am here.
The cat frolicked, jumped, rolled, tossed, and ran in circle with the string. The baby laughed till it grew, tried, and settled down to sleep with the cat in its arms. The women smiled.
You are very clever, O wild thing.
You have spoken a second word in my praise, and now I can sit by the warm fire for always.
The cave grew so still that a little mouse crept out of a corner and ran across the floor. The cat made one jump and caught the little mouse, and the women said,
100 thanks to you, O wise one.
You have spoken 3 words in my praise, and now I can drink the warm white milk 3 times a day for always.
Then the women laughed and set the cat a bowl of warm white milk and said,
O cat, you are as clever as a man. But remember that your bargain was not made with the man or the dog, but with me.
That evening the man said to the cat,
Now you and I will make our bargain. If you do not catch mice when you are in the cave, I will throw my boots and my stone axe at you whenever I see you, and so shall all proper men do after me.
If you are not kind to the baby while I am in the cave, I will bite you, and so shall all proper dogs do after me.
As long as the baby does not pull my tail too hard, but still I am the cat that walks by himself, and all places are alike to me.
Had you not said the last thing, it would have been better. Now I am going to hunt you up a tree whenever I meet you, and so shall all proper dogs do after me.
Then the man threw his boots and his axe at the cat, and he ran out of the cave, and the dog chased him up a tree. From that day to this, it has been this way.